This will be a very serious video, no joking. Andrew's here, but it's best if I let him use the bedroom, because he's got to be up early in the morning for an interview, and that means I've got to go to bed at 9 o'clock. Well, I don't normally go to bed till about 2 in the morning, so while he's here, it's best if he uses the bedroom. Now, I'm speaking quietly, and I put all this on Facebook today. This video might go on a bit. The old couple at the end of our road, Len and Rita, of course, he comes across as good old Len, you know, everybody likes Len. What? Poor Rita, his wife. She was a lot of my friends have heard this before. She was out on the balcony one day. She was sobbing, and he sat there. I could see how irritated he looked. I says, Rita, darling, what's the matter with you? He says, get in. Go on, get in. I don't know why I didn't say something then. I thought, you bastard, you don't talk to a dog like that. And she's bruised. Yesterday she came back from the shops. He sent her out. I says, oh, he's let you out, has he? Because they go everywhere together. And she got 2 bags, and I helped her upstairs, and she showed me her arm. She's got a nasty bruise on her left arm. He hit her with a walking stick. And one day she had a black eye, and I said to him, I said to Rita, oh, your eye looks bad, Rita. What happened? He said she walked into a cupboard. I thought, yeah, I don't believe that for 1 minute. And it's nothing new. It's been going on for a long, long time. At their previous address, people that knew them said that he's always abused her, and she just puts up with it. She won't speak out against him. And I said to the warden only this week, I said, for God's sake, help them. For fuck's sake, help the poor woman. And the warden says, well, Arthur, she says, we've tried. We contacted this group for abused women, and they went around to see her, but she won't speak out against him. I said, no, she didn't, because she's got to live with him. She has to get in bed with him every night. And when he's talking to me, hello Arthur, you alright mate? She's standing behind him winking. And she's my neighbour Doreen, you know, she says, that annoys me. I said, it's a cry for help, Doreen. She's trying to... When he's slagging her off, she's standing behind him winking. I said, she's trying to get your attention. It's a cry for help. And Doreen says, well, I don't want to know. She's as fucking bad as he is. And she came in here one day, go and get that book that Arthur borrowed. And quite spontaneously, she put her arms around me. She says, he's so good to me. And I gave her a long, 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 big hug. Something he'd never do. I said, Rita, I only wish I could do more for you. I said, but my hands are tied. I said, I could go down and give him the biggest bollocking in his life he's ever had in his life. Cannons blazing. There's a lot I could say to him, but that's only going to make it worse for Rita, and it's not really any of my business. It's up to the wardens, but what can the wardens do if she not speak out against him? Somebody from this abuse group, she says no. Is he abusing you? She says no. And we all know damn well he is, but she's frightened of him. He's a fucking monster. And it was a birthday a few weeks ago, and she got a stack of cards. Of course I bought her, I thought I'll fucking rub his nose in it. I bought her a very expensive card, and you know, put all stuff on it, you know, wishing you a very happy birthday, Rita, on your special day, and all that kind of stuff. And we all gave her cards. She was surrounded with them, and he didn't like that. He was jealous. And of course he put the ball into my court. Ooh, I love that. He says, you know, all the bloody fusses about. I said, Len, Rita is well liked here. A lot of people like Rita and they care about her. If you were to leave, if she ended up alone, I can assure you she'll be well looked after by everybody here. I thought, yeah, you think about that, you vile bastard. He's always telling her he's going to leave her. No one will bother with you. Arthur not bother with you. Of course I would. I said to Rita, I'd do everything in my... It upsets me. I said, Rita, I would do everything in my power to help you. And so would all of us. But we can't do anything if you won't speak out against him. You can't let him continue doing this. So I don't know what the answer is. And the wardens don't. I mean, the warden said, because she's the warden, she says, I'd like to kick his fucking sticks from under him. And my sister Gladys, I mean, as you know, I've had a lot of sectors with dear Gladys, although I get on fine with her now because her daughter does my cleaning. And Gladys used to work with Rita, and she's got a lot of time for Rita. And when she sees him out, she talks to Rita, but she totally ignores Len. And I'm waiting for Len. He's going to ask me eventually, just what is your Gladys's problem? And I should tell him, yeah. And Gladys said she'd like to kick his sticks because Rita were crying on the Crescent once. He used to send her over to the paper shop every morning. And she was talking to Gladys, and Gladys fuming, furious. Gladys is a church-going lady, well, she called him a bastard. Yeah. But what can you do? Why do so many women put up with being violently abused by the men that they live with? Husbands, man friends, boyfriends. Why do women put up with it? Hey? People like the warden, me, and others here, we can't understand it. The warden said I could whisk her away from here in a flash. I said, yeah, but Rita likes it here. Because when she's down in the yard, everybody's got a lot of time for her. But people don't want to get involved, and I can't really get involved. I know it's bad, but in my position, I'd love to say a lot to him, as you can imagine. What? He wouldn't like what I've got to say. I won't say it, but you can imagine. I could be one of the maddest bastards here. And they go away on holiday, and they came back once. I says, oh my God, Rita, what's happened? He said she fell out of the car. I thought, well, I don't believe that. And then the black eyes, you know, she walked into a cupboard or she walked into a door. In his defence, I suppose, dare I say this, he's in his 80s, his knees have gone, he can't have the knee joint operation because he's diabetic on insulin, and if they put him under, you're paralysed him, you know, to do his knees, the chances are the flesh wouldn't heal at his age. So no doubt he's in a lot of pain, it makes him irritable. But why does he have to take it out on Rita? She's a lot like my late mother. She's a timid woman, and I like her a lot. I go out of my way to be nice and pleasant to her because I like Rita. She's inoffensive, and it's frustrating that we can't sort of help her. I mean, a lot of you will say, why don't she do this and why don't she do that? If she spoke out against him, that's it. They take her away from her and she don't want to leave it. He said one morning a care worker came to my neighbour next door who has since gone in a nursing home, and the care worker, you know, I'm always sat outside having a smoke, and I got on well with all of them, and the care worker passed me, you know, morning Arthur, I said, morning Doc. We heard a noise down at the end, and as the care worker passed Lena Rita's flat, Lena got her up against the sink unit, threatening her. She screamed. Of course the care worker fetched the wardens up, and the wardens came up, and Rita got a black eye, and she was bruised, and I heard Len say to Linda, one of the wardens, you talk to my daughter, she's one of the finest women. And Linda says, I'm not interested in personal relationships, my only concern is for Rita. And she said to Rita, if it happens again, Rita, pull the cord. Well, she wouldn't dare. She's in that flat with him alone. If she pulled the cord, it'd kill her. And she knows that. So there's two Lindas. Like, you know, we've got two wardens, both named Linda. Not the present warden is Linda, who's frustrated, who reported him to this group who care for abused women. But the other Linda saying to Rita, if this kind of thing happens again, just pull the cord. No, it's got to be handled delicately, and I can't go barging in, my big mouth working overtime, interfering, because after all, in a way, it's none of my business, but I can't just stand by. He won't send her in here now, and he's this going over the road to the papers every morning. He's watching her out the window, and he cancelled his paper. Yeah, so she never goes out now alone. Wherever they go out together. So it's difficult. I managed to get her on her own yesterday when I gave her a hand up the stairs, because one of the fucking lifts aren't working, and she showed me the bruise on her arm, but I've seen the bruises before. So it's a difficult situation. Hey, anyway, what time is it? Just gone 10:30. Well, I haven't gone to bed yet, so I don't know what the answer is. I don't. This is my new channel into King Arthur. Is it? Yeah, I think it is. But it might not be. I don't know. Right, that's it. Stop recording. Yeah, that's right. Here we go. Cheers.